one of the biggest secrets to succeeding in pig farming is that at all times, you must make sure that your production is up and running, because that is the only way you can guarantee that your animals are, that you have enough animals in your farm. Because the essence of doing pig farming or opening your pig farm is to make sure that you always have enough animals to satisfy the demand of the market. Now, this morning, today is 30th. So between yesterday and this morning, 3 pigs have actually given birth on the farm. And one gave birth to 6. The one you are seeing in the video right now gave birth to 6. The other one gave birth to 8 and lost 2. It also has 6. While the other one gave birth to 6 and lost 1. It now has 5. So in total, between 2 days, we've been able to have 17 extra pigs on the farm. Mind you, this month alone, in this month of December, about 5 pigs have given birth on the farm already, and there's still something more to go before February runs out, because that is the time I know that all of them would have given birth by that time. Now, that is the essence of doing pig farming. The more you sell, the more you produce, so that you can be able to have enough animals to keep selling, and so that you can have enough money to keep running the farm and keep expanding if you wish to expand. Now, on today's video, I'm talking about something very, very important, which is how to medicate your pigs, the right medications. So I'm going to bring out all these medicines right here so that you guys can see. So these are all the medications I use on the farm. I'll be talking about them one by one on this video. You see how big the bottles are? Let's tell you that we are serious in this game of pig farming. So these are the drugs. I have over 13 drugs I use on this farm. 13 drugs, which tells you that medication is a very serious thing in pig farming, because it makes no sense that after your pigs finish eating on the farm, they now develop health issues, and before you know it, you record mortality. So you have to take medications very, very serious. Now, if you don't want to have the services of a veterinary doctor in your farm, which is what I recommend for those who have large farms, it's okay and it's recommended that you have a veterinary doctor who works for your farm. But if you are a small scale farmer who can't afford the services of a veterinary doctor, then you must be able to learn how to do some of these medications by yourself. So first on this list of drugs I use on the farm is called the iron. Iron is the first drug that you give to your pigs when they give birth. For example, these newborn pigs now, on the 2nd or 3rd day, I'm going to administer, or one of my workers will administer 2 milligrams of this drug. Now, see the syringe I use. You don't just use the normal human being syringe or the ones they use in the clinics or hospitals. You have to use this iron needle, else it will break, because pigs tend to be stubborn. So if you're injecting them, they'll be trying to escape your hold. So you have to use this iron needle, so that the syringe or the needle will not break in their body. It's called the 20 gauge needle. So if you go to a veterinary clinic, you can ask them for it and they'll give it to you. So you take 2 ml of this and give to your animal. Now the next drug is called the gentamicin. Gentamicin is an antibiotics. It's used for various health issues in the pigs. But I like to combine this gentamicin with oxytetracycline. There's another drug, is also an antibiotics, called oxytetracycline. So I combine the two based on the health issues that a pig shows. For example, if you see the pigs are making noise. So if you see a pig that is not eating well, it's almost as if he's having fever, it's not looking healthy. is emaciating, is basically not looking, for example, now if you come to your pen, in a pig pen, there are like 7 pigs. In my own farm, there are 7 pigs per pen. Some pens you find 5 pigs per pen, some 6. For example, now if I come to a pen and I discover that a pig is not looking as healthy as the other ones are eating, or that's why the other pigs are eating, this one is just lying down somewhere, feeling weak, is not eating, is not, associating with the other pigs in the pen, then there's something wrong. So the first thing you have to do is to separate it from the other pigs. You put it in a separate pen, and then you start administering these antibiotics, gentamicin and oxytetracycline. Now, if you're a pig farmer, my assignment to you is go and read up or make more researches on these medications, because they are used for many, many things. So make your researches and try to find out the particular diseases or health issues they are used for, and know when to use them. That is the essence of having antibiotics in your farm. So the next drug we have here is the multivitamin. This is a 250 ml bottle. 250 ml bottle multivitamin. Multivitamin is used for various things. Just like how you go to a clinic and they'll give you some drugs and also add vitamin C on top. That is what vitamin is. That's just the job of vitamin. It basically contains all the vitamins that a pig requires. So while you are giving the vitamin in the feed, sometimes when a pig is sick, you should also administer the vitamin as an injection. It's very, very important, because if you give vitamin, one of the things I've noticed that vitamin do in pigs is that it tends to boost the appetite. That's the truth. It tends to boost the appetite. And if you are able to feed your animals well and combine it with this, you are going to have good results from your animals. That's the essence of having vitamin in your farm. Now let's move on to the next drug. It's called the tylosin. Tylosin. Tylosin is also an antibiotics. Now, if you experience your pigs having respiratory issues, for example, your pig is coughing, or is having mucus on the nostrils, or is basically having any respiratory disease, or the breathing is not normal. Sometimes the breath can be breathing too heavily. Tylosin will do the job for you. So make sure you have this tylosin in your farm, because trust me, respiratory problems can lead to the death of your pigs. So you need to have this drug on your farm. The next drug is the ivermectin injection. Ivermectin is used for external parasites on your pigs. You can also use, mind you, all these drugs I've listed here, they can be used in cattle, in goats, in pigs, and I think some can also be used in rabbits. I think so. So ivermectin is for external parasites on your animals. If your pig is scratching the body too much, then you need to inject it ivermectin. So you basically have to read the label and know the particular amount to give to each of your animals in your farm. Let's move to the next. Now the next is pen strip. Pen strip contains procaine and penicillin. So let's say that your pig had an injury and you don't want that injury to get complicated. You have to inject it with penicillin. Make more researches on penicillin and see the vaster uses in pigs and in other animals. So if you run a goat farm, a pig farm, a cattle farm, all these drugs cannot be used in all these animals, for all these animals. So you basically have to make more researches and know when to use them and for what type of symptom of diseases that you require these drugs to be administered. So that's basically it. Let's move on to the next. The next drug we have here is the oxytocin. Oxytocin is not an antibiotic, rather is a hormone injection. If your pig gave birth and the breast milk is not running, then you have to inject it with oxytocin. It's a hormonal injection. So for example, these pigs that gave birth yesterday and today, all of them have been injected with this drug so that it can boost the milk production in these animals. This one is finished, so I have to get another one. So that's the essence of oxytocin, having oxytocin on your farm, because there are sometimes that your pig will give birth and the breast milk will not be running, and you now be in a tight corner, because you know that if you don't do something, those piglets, those newborn piglets, will be deprived of milk, and when they are deprived of milk at that early stage, that they were born, they will die. So that is why you need to have this in your farm. You need to have this oxytocin, very important in your farm. Now the next drug we have is dexamethasone. Dexamethasone is used for inflammation. If your animals are having inflammation, then you need to inject them with this dexamethasone. Now there are also other uses of this drug. So you basically have to make more researches and know when to use them. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you guys briefly their uses. So it's not left for you, if you're a pig farmer, to go and make more researches. Not just pig farmers, goat farmers, cattle farmers, make more researches and know when to use these drugs in your farm. Okay, this is also the oxytocin. I told you guys that this one is finished. So this is also under oxytocin, but under brand. So I still have it on the farm. Now this one is called the sulfadimidine. Some people call it sulfur. Some people also call it at3. So this is an antibiotics. It's mostly on this farm, here on this farm, I mostly use it for what they call it, for pigs that are having what they call this thing, that are having running stomach, for pigs that are having diarrhea. Yeah, diarrhea. So if you experience your animals having diarrhea, this is the drug that you need to give them. But mind you, these antibiotics, gentamicin, I also use it for diarrhea, but I mostly use this one for diarrhea. This is like more specific to diarrhea. So if you have a pig farm or a goat farm or a cattle farm, you need this drug on your farm in case your animals start experiencing diarrhea. You administer this to them. Now the last drug on this list of drugs I use on this farm is levamisole. Levamisole is for deworming your animals. So every month on this farm, I deworm the animals. I deworm them once a month, especially the younger ones. And this is the drug I use. This drug is actually more powerful and more effective in deworming your animals of internal parasites than most of these other deworming drugs on other people use. So this is one drug that you need on your farm, levamisole. It's very this is not the kind of drug you should just inject anyhow. You need to make sure that the vet doctor that sells it to you or the place you buy it, that you ask them of the dosage of the drug. But the dosage for this drug is 1 ml per 20 kg body weight. Don't go over 20 kg body weight, because if you use this drug more than the recommended dosage, your pig might actually stay there and die off. So you need to be careful when using this drug. It's very powerful and it's very effective, but make sure you use it in the recommended dosages. So that's basically it on today's video. Now, if you want a comprehensive list of these drugs, they are contained in the pig farming ebook, which I always talk about on this channel. So the book is affordable. So all you have to do is to reach out to me on WhatsApp and I'll send you the link to the ebook. So that's basically it on today's video. I'll subscribe to the channel. Let me know your questions in the comment section. And of course, see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. See you guys.